A couple years ago, I was having a campfire with a group of my friends. And during the campfire, I was sitting there with my knife and a piece of wood, and I was trying to carve that piece of wood into the shape of a spoon. When I carve, I don't really talk. And so most of the things being said were not by me at this campfire. So I'm sitting around, my friends are talking. Whenever they say something, I just listen, sit there peacefully, carving, enjoying the time. And I can jump in whenever I want, say whatever joke I want to say. Throw in any comment I feel like I need to comment, and then I can just sort of just sink back into my zone where I just carve, slowly making a spoon, making my long cuts, short cuts, and getting all these little shavings that I get to throw into the campfire as I work. And this specific night is important to me. It's a very important night to me. I realized that sitting there with everybody in that moment gave me an incredible sense of peace. Something just in my being, in my soul, felt settled when I sat there in the presence of the people I love. The best way I could describe this feeling is that as I sat there with everybody, the pull that I have to go somewhere and make decisions and do things just in life stopped. In that moment, I felt completely satisfied and completely just at peace with where I was. Nothing else gave me a pull in a direction. I felt nothing trying to pull me away. Or maybe more accurately, I didn't feel myself wanting to go in any other direction. I felt that this was the place to be. And I think that it was. Because I felt that way, I think that means it was. Very simply put, it's because I knew subconsciously that that was important, that that was something about being there and with these people was so incredibly important. And because it gave me such a sense of belonging with these people and in these people's presence, that felt so right. And I realized that I had felt this feeling before in that moment, and it made me think back to many, many, many years prior to this campfire, and I was at my grandparents' house. And a lot of holidays that we would have in my family, we would go to the grandparents' house. So me, my family, my mom and dad, my brother, and my aunts and uncles and their kids, and then my cousins, we all congregated at the grandparents' house. And while I was there, I was sitting on the couch, and I'm one of the oldest kids. Almost all the other kids are younger than me. They're like yelling, screaming, doing all the things that they do. The adults and the parents are in the other room just talking, being loud, obnoxious, yelling at each other, doing all the things that adults do. And it was just absolute, complete, loud, chaos family. And in that moment, I also felt a same sense that this is right. Something about this is right. It's hard to explain, but I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful to be around these people, and I'm grateful that this is the way it is. I was, I think, 13, 14 at the time, so like freshman year high school, I think I was thinking this. And the unfortunate thing is that since then, my grandparents passed away, and all sets of aunts and uncles have moved away and taken cousins with them. And for a couple of years now, holidays have been quiet. Holidays haven't been loud and filled with family, because that family's gone. And not to bring any mood down with the video, but it's been a while since I have felt this way. And that's why it's important going up into this campfire with my close friends, is that I felt this feeling again. I felt that this is right and this is important. And the main difference between now and before is that I had a hand in it continuing to happen. I can't control how long my grandparents live. I can't control how my aunts and uncles have to move compared to what jobs and things they can get and how they can continue their lives and keep things going for them and their families. I can't control any of that. I have no hand in that, especially when I was a kid. But for this small thing that doesn't necessarily take a ton of effort, I can continue to recreate this. I can create the scenario again. I can create the peace again. I can create the community, the belonging, the found family again. And from that day forward, I did continue to make that a priority, to make this a genuine, conceited effort. Is conceited the right word? I need to look that up. Conceited definition. Hold on. Conceited effort. I don't know, conceited doesn't appear to be a word according to Google, so. But from that point on, I did decide to make that a real priority, that I would put effort into hosting and inviting people and trying to create these gatherings again and again, to bring people around for a campfire, to bring people around to just enjoy each other's company, to do something small and simple that doesn't cost a bunch of money or effort. It just takes inviting people and trying to be a catalyst for the communities to form and to come together over and over and over again. The good news is that it worked, and that time after time of having these gatherings, it was good. It was good. It's not that it felt good, it was good. And it is good today. That's the good news. We'll get there. But after several more of these campfires and these hangouts that I had with this close group of friends that I consider brothers, really, they're family. That's how it is, at least for our relationship. But the more that I had them over and the more that I could see how people were feeling and reacting and thinking, and I started asking more questions and really trying to grow. And I really tried to create an environment where everybody was very comfortable with each other and was very much looking to each other to grow and to lean on and to really be a strong, in a way, family unit, to be a community, to create community and to continue to have community. And eventually, after a while of really reading the room and trying to understand everybody to a deeper level, I got the same vibe that everybody kind of was feeling the same way I was feeling that initial campfire. And it was that peace, that like, this is great, just, yeah, just the, this is good. This is good. And I could feel that in the room. And I eventually did say what I just said to the camera to my friends. And I was like, is this how you guys are doing? Because this is how I've been doing. And everybody went, yeah, this is good. This has been good. And those are the good words for it. And of course, when I asked that question, I then said, I think we should meet more. I think we should have more time with each other. I think we should really come together more often. I think we could be just an awesome group of people in general, in all these aspects of life. And I said, would you guys like to do that? Because I would really like to do that. And I suggested that we meet up much, much more often. The short answer is they said, yes, we should do this. And since that point, we've been meeting at the very least every week, at least one day. So at least one day a week, we are meeting with each other after work or something, and we're just spending time together. We're talking about our week. We're talking about the things we've been up to. We're talking about the goals that we've had. We're talking about the projects we've been working on. We're talking about the new ideas we've come up with, and we're talking about the things we're struggling with and we're dealing with. And we ask for guidance from each other, and we ask for help from each other, and we ask for all these things of each other, and we sit and communicate and enjoy each other's presence constantly to really created and curated our own community and our own sense of belonging and our own people group that we can come back to and rely on consistently. It's been nothing short of a blessing, and I'm not the only one in the group that feels this way. We all feel this way. And that's just something so intrinsically important that I realized that I didn't have before, and that I wasn't getting anywhere else unless I was actively trying to create it and make it happen. That's what prompted me to make this video, is that I simply came across the realization that my input in the situation made the change. It made the major steps forward that has become what I need it to be. It's become this awesome community and this found family because I just simply made the efforts to bring people together more often. I planned more campfires during the colder and the hotter months. They weren't happy about the hotter month campfires, but that's too bad. But now, they're probably laughing watching this, I hope they are. But now it's become something great that we all get to rely on each other and get strength from each other, and seeing everybody genuinely grow from this group we've decided to bring together and keep together has been nothing short of awesome. It's just been awesome. And I just wanted to remind everybody watching that they can also do it too. Because I didn't do anything that special. I just planned more events. I just planned more meetups. I just invited people more often. I made the extra effort when everybody said they were busy this day, I would make it on another day that they weren't busy, and I'd ask around again. And sometimes it was annoying, some people weren't helpful, but that's what did it. And that's what's brought it to what it is today. And that's what's so important. So while I have been doing these get-togethers with my found family, as I've described to you, one of the things that really took off that we started doing was having and sharing a meal with each other. And sure, we've gone out and had fast food before, but it's when one of us, or mostly myself, tries to put something together for us to all sit around and enjoy. And it's never anything complicated. It's been soups of some kind or burgers and hot dogs. That's it. We've made burgers and hot dogs over the fire over this awesome tripod camping grill thing that my fiance bought, and shout outs to her, that was a good purchase. Or I make soup in the kitchen and I serve it up to everybody when they get here. And being able to just have that just warm meal with the presence of everybody you care about is awesome. It's awesome. I don't think awesome is a poor descriptive word here. It just is awesome. By doing that, it really did bring together like a major element of the communal feeling with everybody that was present. And it's such a simple thing to do that really brings out such a wonderful experience with everybody. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. Soup is simple. Burgers and hot dogs is simple. It's putting in that bit of effort that truly does reflect on the quality of the time you spend with those people. It's a great gesture to say, I'm going to feed you. You need food to live. I'm going to do something that benefits to your life, to you living. And I think that's partially why it works. I'm at the point now where the spoon is pretty much at the end stages of its completion here. The last things I really need to do is thin up the sides right here so that it has a taper going from the very wide end of the handle to the head of the spoon. And the strength is going to be reinforced by it having this nice curve going into the back. I'm very excited with how this is looking so far and how it's going to end up. It's really exciting because when it's done, I do get to use it. And contrary to the title of this video, this spoon is not what brought everybody together. When I use this spoon to hopefully serve the next batch of soup at the next one of my friends' meetings, I will think about how daunting it all felt at the beginning and how much of a chore or stressful or unplanned it may be at the beginning, but going through everything it takes to create this spoon or my community, it all ends up being worth it. And the sweat and the tears, in a way, is what allows me to rest easy. At the end of the day, you really feel like you sit down and you earned it. I look at the spoon and I think to myself, yeah, this piece, this community, I earned it. So it's not really about the spoon, it's about creating the community and creating the things that are most important. And yes, I've probably said that many, many, many times throughout this video already, but it's so important. In the book Tuesdays with Maury, Maury, I believe, says that if the culture doesn't work, don't buy it. You have to be brave enough to say it doesn't work and to make your own community. So, in my opinion, which I can't speak for everybody, but I don't think the culture of the current world really suits what I'm looking for. So I sought out to make it myself. And it seemed daunting, and I didn't have a plan, but eventually I got one aspect of it right with the shape, and then I got another aspect of it right, which is the depth of the spoon, and now I just have to work on the finer details and things will really be in good shape. And since I figured this out, I did want to let everybody know that it's incredibly possible, it's incredibly likely, and it's easier than you think. You just have to start with something in mind and go from there. I've found wonderful fulfillment and joy in it, and I hope you do too. Thanks for watching.